welcome back to another episode of Your World, where I'm your host for today, Brabuda, and I will take you to see all the news highlights from all around the world. So let's start with our first segment. Kicking off from Malaysia, where the government is ready to relaunch its search on the Malaysia airline MH370 and also ready to discuss the no cure no fee policy with Ocean Infinity. And also I'll take you to see the latest technology of 5.5G, also known as 5GA, that is already being used in the self-driving vehicle in an autonomous demonstration area in Beijing. Have a look.
The Malaysian government is willing to restart the search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 that went missing 10 years ago. The Transport Ministry has invited Ocean Infinity, a marine robotics company based in Texas, the United States, to discuss a no cure no fee proposal to resume the search for the aircraft. No cure no fee policy means a fee is payable only if there is a favorable result. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said there is some progress in some of the new research and new technologies that have been presented to the ministry. Speaking at the 10th Remembrance event for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 in Selangor on Sunday, Loke said he would make every effort to convince the cabinet to sign a contract with Ocean Infinity to restart the search operations following the discussion. According to Loke, the Malaysian government position remains consistent and would commission a further search operation when new information and credible evidence are accepted. He added the Malaysian government is steadfast in its resolve to locate MH370 and hopes the families and friends of the victims will remain strong.
The technology of 5.5G, also known as 5GA, is already applied to self-driving vehicles in an autonomous driving demonstration area in Beijing. Compared to 5G, 5.5G is much advanced in capacity, speed, latency reduction, positioning, and reliability, which makes unmanned vehicles safer and more efficient in operation. In the demonstration area, more than 100 self-driving mini trucks have been used to deliver parcels. The only work left for a delivery man is to wait by a residential compound's entrance for the mini truck to arrive with parcels and bring them to recipients' doorsteps. The high performance of unmanned vehicles in the demonstration area is supported by a concentration of 5.5G base stations. The layout of advanced base stations is aimed to develop and test more powerful self-driving cars in complicated traffic conditions. Babele, Romanian tradition marking the arrival of spring, helps predict the future. Until March 8th, Romania marks the time of Babe, meaning old ladies. Traditionally, people choose a day starting on the first day of spring, and the weather on their chosen day is said to determine their nature for the rest of the year. The custom has its roots in the pre-Christian times, but has endured through the ages, passed down from one generation to the next, and it is widespread throughout the entire Balkans. Folk tradition says that from 1st of March, Baba Docia, who is responsible for the coming of winter, begins to take off, one by one, all her 9 woolen cloaks as the weather warms up. Since the olden days, it has been customary for each person to choose his Baba, which is a day from 1st to 9 March, according to the date of birth or just randomly. And depending on the weather, they will find out how grumpy or cheerful they will be all year round. In the Roman legends, it is also said that after the capricious days of Baba Docia, or Old Lady Docia, there follows 9 others, milder days called Days of the Old Men, a period in which the departed are remembered.
India's first state-of-the-art garden hydrogen facility in steel sector was inaugurated on Monday. This project has the target of reducing carbon emissions over 20 years. India's Union Minister of Civil Aviation and Steel, Jyotiraditya Scindia, launched the plant. India's Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia inaugurated the first green hydrogen plant within the stainless steel sector in India on Monday. The plant is located at Jindal Stainless Limited, Hisar in the Indian state of Haryana. The project is a state-of-the-art green hydrogen facility with an aim to reduce carbon emissions by 2,700 metric ton per annum and 54,000 ton carbon dioxide emissions over 20 years. The minister highlighted India's commitment to a green and sustainable future, emphasizing the need for responsible economic progress in the post-COVID era. The project will be the world's first off-grid green hydrogen plant for the stainless steel industry and the world's first green hydrogen plant with rooftop and floating solar.
Now we also have stories from home where Bank Indonesia has recorded that the net foreign capital outflow of the country's financial market reached 2 trillion rupiah or 127.3 billion US dollar during the last 4 days of February. And also the state-owned tourism holding company Journey has claimed that it already successfully sold all the festival category tickets for the F1 Powerboat World Championship in Lake Toba, North Sumatra. Check it out.
Bank Indonesia has recorded that net foreign capital outflow from the country's financial market reached 2 trillion rupiah or equivalent of 127.3 million US dollar during the last 4 days of February. Indonesia's central bank spokesperson Erwin Haryono said in Jakarta last Friday that the net capital outflow was a result of foreign capital inflow to Bank Indonesia Rupiah Securities (SRBI) worth 1.46 trillion rupiah, as well as net capital outflows from the government bonds (SBN) at 820 billion rupiah and stock market at 2.64 trillion rupiah. In accumulation, net capital inflow since January 1st to February 29 reached 20 trillion rupiah to Indonesia's stock market and 25.51 trillion rupiah to SRBI, as well as net capital outflow of 4.93 trillion rupiah from government bonds. Erwin says Indonesia's fifth-year credit default swap premium reached 69.15 basis points as of February 29, higher than 65.92 basis points seen in 6 days prior. Erwin adds that aside from optimizing its policy mix, Bank Indonesia continues strengthening its coordination with the government and related authorities. The move is needed to maintain macroeconomic and financial system stability to support sustainable economic growth.
Coordinating Minister for Human Development and Culture Affairs Muhadjir Effendi has said that the government will continue distributing social assistance or bansos until June this year. The government has been distributing the aid for a new form of food supply since last year to alleviate the impact of price increase to the underprivileged people. During his official visit to Martapura, East Ogan Komering Ulu Regency in South Sumatra, Minister Muhadjir Effendi said that the government previously planned to distribute the bansos until March. However, the plan has been extended to June as of the government is committed to alleviating the burden of the underprivileged people who are not farmers in the middle of the rising prices of rice and husk. Under the program, underprivileged families will continue to receive 10 kilograms of rice every month. Prices of rice have increased sharply in the past few months to 18,000 rupiah or equivalent of 1.15 US dollars per kilogram, from previously around 9,000 to 10,000 rupiah per kilogram. The government claims El Nino weather phenomenon to severe drought has affected the harvest. In his visit to East Ogan Komering Ulu Regency, Minister Muhadjir also praises the region's success in declining the number of extreme poverty. He hopes people's welfare in the region will continue to improve.
State-owned tourism holding company InJourney claims that it managed to sell all festival category tickets of the 2024 F1 Powerboat World Championship in Lake Toba, North Sumatra. The company charged 200,000 rupiah for the ticket, or about $12.7. Acting Senior Vice President of Corporate Secretary at InJourney, Yudhistira Setiawan, said on Monday that the festival category tickets of the event had been sold out since Saturday morning. Indonesia is set to host the F1 Powerboat World Championship again this year, as the tournament took place over the weekend at the Mulia Raja Napitupulu Pier of Lake Toba in Balige Town, North Sumatra. Yudhistira says the company hopes to hold a lively and successful event, which also creates positive economic impact for communities living on the surrounding Lake Toba, especially in their tourism development. 18 racers of 9 F1 powerboat teams from 10 countries competed in the championship this year. The tournament in Lake Toba was the season opening for the championship and deemed special due to being the 300th edition since it started in 1984 in 39 countries. British singer Ed Sheeran expressed his deepest gratitude to fans in Jakarta during his 2-hour concert over the weekend, saying that he was thrilled to hold a concert again in Indonesia. British singer Ed Sheeran said during his concert on Saturday that he was thrilled to return and hold a concert again in Indonesia. The Saturday's concert, which was held at Jakarta International Stadium, or JIS, marked Ed Sheeran's second solo concert in Indonesia. Previously, Ed Sheeran held his first concert at Gelora Bung Karno Sports Stadium, Central Jakarta, Indonesia, on May 3, 2019 as part of the 2019 Divide World Tour. Ed Sheeran said that he has traveled to many countries, but Indonesia holds a special place in his heart. He added that Indonesia is a suitable place for his concerts.
And for our last segment, we have updates from China, where the artificial breeding of stony corals has reached marked progress in Phoenix Island, Sanya City, South China's Hainan province. Have a closer look.
The artificial breeding of stony corals has achieved marked progress around the Phoenix Island in Sanya City, South China's Hainan province, according to the recent survey conducted by a team of experts. Sunday marks the 11th World Wildlife Day, which was designated in the United Nations in 2013 to enhance awareness of the world's wild fauna and flora. Coral reefs built with it as the main body are known as submarine tropical rainforests with fascinating colors and extremely rich biodiversity. Stony coral is a Class II species under state protection in China. From 2011 to now, researchers from the Hainan South China Sea Institute of Tropical Ocean, or HITO, are used to the latest propagation technology to breed nearly 600,000 corals in the waters of the Phoenix Island. These corals are also reproduced themselves, making the total number now over 1 million. As an important natural distribution area for coral in China, there are 137 species of coral distributed throughout the Sanya Sea area, of which 108 are found in the Sanya Coral Reefs National Nature Reserve. Researchers said that at present, corals have become an iconic species in Sanya. Protecting corals is of great significance to promoting ecological protection in the South China Sea.
The Education Bureau has observed a decline in the number of children enrolling in kindergarten over the years. Currently, the authority is putting efforts into maintaining class sizes while also tailoring policies for each school in Macau, such as allowing kindergarten teachers to teach in primary schools. Wong Ka-ki, the deputy of the Education and Youth Development Bureau, inspected the interview procedures. Wong also said the Bureau is considering proposing a collaboration program between schools in Macau and encouraging teachers to work together in preparing lessons. This initiative aims to enhance the overall standard of education and attract parents to enroll their children in a variety of schools.
Addressing the delayed development of the Khao Yi Chau Artificial Islands project, Secretary for Development Bernadette Lin said it will not affect the city's housing supply in the next decade. She added the delay will have a minor impact on the supply of developable sites. The government has delayed its plan for land reclamation at Khao Yi Chau in 2025 owing to financial concerns. Secretary for Development Bernadette Lin said authorities are aiming to sort out their finances and are striving to commence the development project before the end of the term of this administration. Lin noted the delay will not affect the supply of both private and public housing in the next 10 years.
Phase 1 emerges as a beacon for tourists, both domestic and international, drawn to its enchanting vistas and therapeutic mineral waters. Renowned for its miraculous healing properties, Phase-1 water boasts a staggering 98% efficacy in treating urinary tract ailments, while also exhibiting a 30% success rate in combating kidney diseases. Additionally, it treats some beginning cases of relieving pain by 70%. As a pivotal hub for economic and tourism activity, Phase-1 Bath plays a vital role in invigorating region's economic landscape and fostering a vibrant tourism ecosystem.
So that was it for today's episode of Your World. Thank you so much for tuning in and see you on another episode of Your World. I'm your host Prabuddha. See you. Bye-bye.